welcome to Full Moon Rising Yoga. My name is Karen. We're going to start today's practice standing. So let's go ahead and center ourselves. Standing nice and tall, we can feel our feet pressing into our mat. Our hips are nice and squared, our shoulders are back and relaxed. Go ahead and take your arms sweeping up overhead, inhaling, exhaling, bringing both arms back towards your side. Again, inhaling, gazing up, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhaling, bringing both arms down. Inhaling, arms both up overhead. And exhale, exhaling through your mouth. Nice cleansing, restorative breath. Take your chin, lower it down towards your chest. Raise your chin and gazing up towards the ceiling. Lower your chin back towards your chest. And raise your chin, gazing up. Bringing your neck back to center. Go ahead and look over your right shoulder. And back to center. And then gaze over your left shoulder. And back to center. Take your right arm, do a couple circles, going back. And then reverse direction. Take your left hand, a couple circles going back. And then reverse direction. Step your feet just a little bit more than hip width apart. Put your hands on your hips. Take your right hip and go ahead and just shift it towards the right. We're just going to do some small circles, then towards the back, the left, back to center, and again to the right, back, left, center. One more time, right, left, back, and center. And let's reverse direction for 3 times. Left, back, right. When you're back to center, put your weight into your right foot. Raise your left foot with your knee bent and just do a couple rotations here, just slow rotations for your hip. Place your left foot back on the mat, putting weight into your left foot, picking your right foot up, and a couple circles on the right side. And lowering your right foot. Let's go ahead, step to the front of your mat, sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, nice flat back. Lowering, forward fold. Stepping your left foot back, palms are on your mat. Drop your left knee, tuck your left foot under, and then open your chest, bringing your shoulder blades together. Making sure your right knee is over your right ankle. If you want to deepen your left hip stretch, you can step your right foot forward a little bit more, still making sure that your right knee is over your right ankle. Bringing your shoulder blades together. Tuck your left foot under, placing your hands on your mat, straighten your left knee, step back into plank. Engaging your core in plank. When we lower down, you can either go knees, chest, chin, or you can vinyasa through. Knees, chest, chin, into upward facing dog. Moving into downward facing dog. Want to raise your hips towards the ceiling. Have your heels moving towards your mat. and your heart towards your mat. Step or hop back to the front of your mat. Raise into halfway lift. Forward fold. And then rise, sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhale, both arms back by your side. Let's go ahead and bring both arms up overhead. We'll do this on the other side. Moving into forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stepping back with your right foot. Dropping your right knee to the mat. Tuck your right foot under. Sweeping your hands back. Your knee is over your ankle. Bringing your shoulder blades together. Placing both hands back to the mat. Tucking your right foot under. Step back into plank. And vinyasa through. Upward facing dog. Moving into downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Rising while sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhaling, both arms towards your side. Step back with your left foot, moving into warrior one. Move into warrior two. Bring your right palm. Now flip it over facing the ceiling. We're going to shift into reverse warrior. Move into warrior angle. Your elbow can be on your knee or your arm can be straight. Move back into warrior two. Windmill your hands down. We're going to move into lizard, placing both hands on the left side of your right foot. And then you're going to just rotate your hips so you're square with the mat. And you may have to step your right foot out just a little bit more. Drop your left knee, tuck your left foot under. We want to make sure our foot, our right heel and our right wrist are in line with each other, and our right knee and our right shoulder are in line with each other. And you can self-assist by pressing your right leg and your right arm together. If you want to stretch your left leg, you can go ahead and slide that leg back just a little bit more, keeping your shoulders over your wrists. And if you like, you can move into placing your elbows on the floor. You can also use blocks to meet you halfway. So you can have your blocks on the taller, if you like. So whichever works best for you. And your elbow would be in line with your right heel. Straighten your elbows. Move your blocks if you need to. Tuck your left foot under. Straighten your left leg. Come back into plank. Lower your knees. Put your big toes together and move back into child's pose. Coming out of child's pose, tuck your back feet under, your toes under, excuse me. Push into downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. We're at a forward fold. Move into halfway lift. Forward fold. And then rise, sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhaling, arms to your side. We're going to move into warrior one on the other side. I'm going to move to this end of my mat. You can stay right where you are. We're going to step back with the right foot into warrior one. Warrior one, we want to keep our hips square facing the front of our mat. Move into warrior two, hinging your back foot, bringing your shoulders back, gazing over your front hand. Take your palm, flip it over, facing the ceiling, keeping your left knee exactly where it is. Let's go ahead and hinge into reverse warrior. Moving into warrior angle on this side. And back to warrior two. From warrior two, rotate your arms down, placing them on the mat. Your right foot hinges, so your hips are now square with your mat. You're going to bring your left foot towards the outside of your mat a little bit. And you're going to make sure that your hands, both your hands, your shoulder and your wrists are in line with each other. Then make sure your left heel and your left wrist is then in line with each other. And your left knee and your left shoulder. Press your left knee and left shoulder together. Lower your right knee, tuck your right foot under. And again, if you want more stretch in the right hip, just push that foot back a little bit more. But you want to keep the integrity of the alignment on the front of your body right in place. And gazing towards your mat to keep your spine straight. If you want, you can lower your elbows to the mat, or again, use blocks to meet you halfway. If you're lowered down, you want your left elbow and your left ankle to be in line with each other. Go ahead and straighten your elbows. Tuck your right foot under, straighten your knee, and then bring your left leg back to plank. Lower your knees, putting your toes together, big toes together. Move back into child's pose. And let's push up to table and do 3 sets of cat-cow. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. Nice rounded back. Inhaling, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more time at your own pace. And we'll meet back in table. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves sitting on the mat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Bend both knees. We're going to lay down on the mat. We're going to put both arms out, and we're going to lower one vertebrae at a time. Lowering your hands to your mat, straightening your legs. Bend your right knee, bring it into your chest, flex both feet, keeping your left leg straight. And straighten your right leg. And then to the left side, bringing your left knee towards your chest, keeping your shoulder blades and your hips centered while you're laying down on the mat, flexing both feet. And release. Take your right knee, bending your knee, placing your foot on the mat, taking your left foot going into reclined pigeon. And you can tuck your hands under your right leg, lifting it off of the floor, flexing both feet in reclined pigeon, keeping a soft gaze towards the ceiling or the sky, depending if you're outside. And release. Lower your right foot, placing your left foot on the mat. Let's put your right foot on your left knee. Raise your left leg. Clasp your hands under your left leg. Flex both feet. And lower your left foot. Coming out of that pose, take both knees, bring them towards your chest. And go ahead and rock back and forth, left to right. Straighten both legs out. Take your arms, sweep them up overhead, and reach your hands and your feet. And just stretch and just reach and expand. And lengthen your body as much as you can. And relax. Bring the back of your hands towards your mat, palms are facing the ceiling. And we'll go into Shavasana. And remember, Shavasana is helping with the balance where we're moving our muscles. We now want to relax our muscles. Close your eyes and focus on the rise and fall of your belly on each breath. Bring movement by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And move over into one side. Self-assist by pushing your hand into the mat, coming up to easy pose, seated position. Inhaling, sweeping both arms up overhead. Exhaling through the mouth. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the practice and have a great rest of your day.